What's up, everybody? This is Trainor-Ling here, and I am making my big comeback.
What's going on, my Petshoppers and video gamers? This is the Little Nintendo Shop here.
What's up, everybody? It's ICanSnake, and I'd like to take the time right now to say that on 12:30 a.m. on November 9th this year, I've reached 10,000 subscribers. So I would like to thank each and every one of you subscribers here on the League of Petshoppers and also on my ICanSnake channel.
Hello everyone, this is WingArtist28, and I just caught my breath from running from that beast back there because apparently, from what I heard, Over the Garden was one of the best miniseries I've ever seen from Cartoon Network. I mean, if you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's worth it.
Hello everybody, this is Downloads Bacon here, and I am literally the most excited guy right now. Why? Because we're about to do the first 2 episodes of LPS to celebrate 2-year anniversary.
Greetings, everyone. This is CC Trainor-Ling.
You guys are probably wondering what this video is for. This is not the same video that we said we were going to make last week, because this episode is going to be for the 2nd anniversary of LPS being on the Hub Network.
Discovery Family.
Discovery Family.
Can you discover the family?
No, I can't.
No.
I have no family.
It isn't possible to get over this little hub that we've entered.
Well, I'm happy. 2 years of Littlest Pet Shop.
Oh,
Yeah.
2
definitely.
years well spent.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well spent.
Anyway, without further ado, just so you know, this is going to be for part 1 and part 2 of the pilot, so it's not one review and then the next review. It saves time. But, so the plots here are that Blythe Baxter, our main protagonist, embarks on a great adventure when she her and her dad move into an apartment above a day camp area for pets, which is on the verge of being shut down. There, she not only discovers new friends and a group of pets, she also learns an ability to speak and understand them. And when the pets get to meet Blythe, their beloved pet shop is going to be shut down and put out of business. They decide to create a fashion show to keep it awake. My first positive would have to be Blythe, because yes, I mean, she's the protagonist, but not only that, but it's also the fact that she gets all these things coming to her, like the pets can understand her and she can speak to them. If that was me, I would have been like, what? And that would have taken me a while, but yet she learned how to cope with it and learn how to deal with being able to understand them and become good friends with all the pets. Anyone else have any other positives or want to elaborate?
Sure. And Snake and I can both agree on this positive.
Mm-hmm.
Let's sum this up. What is it? It's Toggy. It's on
the tip of my tongue.
I'll tell you what it is. Zoetrent. Zoe Trent.
You forgot the 7.
Yeah. Are you trying to deny the other 6 pets of their amazingness?
Well, I'm just
Well, she's the best pet ever.
Oh, here
no.
we go!
Here it
No.
Gentlemen. Let me continue. Zoe Trent, if
No.
pet I ever saw, and she's actually the pet that actually got me into the show. So, yeah, I like Zoe Trent. She's an awesome character. She's actually a great example of a diva, unlike another character that shall not be named.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, I'm Rarity.
Well, because we all know the best pet is the Nation 98, right?
Nah.
No.
It's probably ICanSnake.
Okay.
It's like, oh, you spelled ICanSnake wrong.
Okay, Snake, you're positive?
Yeah, I'd also like to elaborate on Zoe going to the song she sings, the pet introduction song. It was originally released on October 18th, 2012 in the trailer for the Hub Network, along with the intro song. And this was the best song they could have ever put in the trailer.
Yes.
Because I watched it on October 18th, and I immediately fell in love with Littlest Pet Shop. This song is #1 in my list forever. And once I saw Zoe Trent, just like LNS, I immediately fell in love with her.
Can I add on that?
Yeah.
I, too, agree with everything on Snake. I actually got involved with the show once I saw the pictures of Zoe Trent, then I saw the trailer, then I saw the music. It's number one on my list. It's probably the best song in the series. And it's pretty much the song that got me into the show.
I kind of have to agree on some of that it was the first song I heard and it's what got me into the show. But it's definitely not my favorite. I think you guys probably know what my favorite is.
Wait. I just want to add one more positive.
Yeah, go ahead.
The intro.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Ashley Ball, if you see this, you have an amazing voice.
Yeah. Wait, is it Ashley Ball?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ashley Ball is amazing. The intro actually is just an awesome song. It's very memorable. It doesn't feel ear grating. It doesn't make you feel like you have to mute it on a regular basis.
Mm-hmm.
And it gives a great moral.
Excellent.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's like embracing
About being who
individuality.
you want to be.
Yeah.
And not being afraid of it.
May I add about the song? Well, as for the song that Zoe Trent actually sang, well, it's honestly, it's actually not one of my first. But when I first heard it, actually, honestly, like when I actually first heard it, like I used to actually like find it mad for me. I mean, just in terms of how they're introducing the pets through the song, but now I thought it was alright. I mean, because apparently it's just a fact that I thought Zoe was actually one of the decent characters out there. I mean back then I was putting preference on which is the best out of them, but now it's like I actually like all of them fine. I mean, but perhaps I guess the song is just alright for my taste. But I mean, it's a nice way to introduce the pets on a regular basis through Zoe singing. So I mean, yeah.
You can't say mad at Zoe Trent's face. I mean, look at her face.
Nah.
You can't say no or be mad at her.
well, it's just that I was just too late into getting into the show when I actually had different versions of how I got into it. So, but yeah. So, I mean, I can understand like Zoe eventually got better than me. So, I mean, because she is a great diva.
If I could add another positive, it's more like a headcanon that I have. But at the beginning of the episode, I noticed that Blythe and Roger initially lived in a suburban neighborhood, and then she transferred to downtown city. And downtown city is based off of Manhattan. So before or when they got to Manhattan, they showed a bridge in the show. And I want to believe the bridge is based off of the Brooklyn Bridge. So I believe that the suburban neighborhood Blythe lived in was in Brooklyn, New York City. And I have family in Brooklyn, and I'm from Queens originally. So I really love this part.
May I add another positive? So with regards to Blythe, apparently, like, I actually like how Blythe is introduced, of getting a bit in depth of her character, like, despite the fact that, you may think that she's sort of like this Mary Sue with being nice and being introduced with her interest in fashion that may be degrading for boys, because, you know, like, in a traditional sense of the thing, they think that boys aren't into fashion, they want action, but while girls are more soft and wanted, like, fashion too. But it pretty much shows that it doesn't matter what gender for her shows. I mean, sure, she is into fashion, but it shows that she actually likes to create the fashion and just to buy, you know, oh, I like fashion stuff, but I like how how the creativity involvement for fashion is stressed into Blythe in the matter. So that's pretty nice for her, yeah.
Can I add on to that? Well, we don't later get to see, because Blythe isn't really a Mary Sue. It actually proves that she isn't a Mary Sue throughout the first season.
Yeah.
CC, you haven't been talking this whole review. How about you give us a positive?
Like, one of the big positives in this, and just part one, is just how we get a nice feel for all of, well, I guess you could say, like, the main humans that appear in practically all of the episodes, you know. We know who Blythe is right away. We know what kind of father Roger is. We know what Mrs. Twombly is, I guess. And we even know exactly who the Biscuits are in the first 30 seconds. Just to hate Blythe just for turning them down, just... really?
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
They're attention seekers and they're bratty teenage girls. What do you expect at this point?
Just
There's one thing that was never explained about the Biscuit twins, and the one thing is that their father, Fisher Biscuit, he always gives them morals and good advice. Yet why are they the way they are? That makes no sense.
But about the Fisher Biscuit part, I'd like to
Oh.
say that it's because like he wants to spend more time with his girls, but he can't. So he tries as hard as he can, like giving them moral advice. But other times he just can't spend any time with them.
Yeah, saying try not to get expelled.
Yeah, I've got another positive. It's a minor thing I've noticed in the episode, but when Aunt Christy came into the Littlest Pet Shop, we don't learn about her name yet or her character yet. She's just a woman. But one of her ringtones was from the French opera Carmen. And when this episode aired, I was a senior in high school playing a trumpet in my marching band, my 230 member nationally renowned marching band. And our field show for that year, it was Carmen. So you could think how much I loved that scene, like how they incorporated Carmen into the show.
And another positive here. One of the most amusing moments I actually saw like from that pilot actually was Roger's crazy car moment. You know, when Roger was like just listening to like rock song, and then Blythe is like just a bit irritated with him actually like just like driving like crazy all over the place and into the subway, and then all the way up into like the truck compactor, or I guess that's what it's called, with all the stack up cars around. I mean, that was like one of my what the heck is Roger ever thinking of doing? I mean, but it's just so amusing at the same time. I mean,
my final positive. This is Roger Baxter. Well, I said Roger Baxter is Father of the Year.
We can't go this whole review without talking about Whitney's and Brittany's cat outfits from the second episode.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
loved them. They were
Yes.
great. They were cute. Their fangs and face makeup was so adorable, and they even meowed like cats.
like meow.
Yeah, we do. That.
I like to end a positive right here. Let's see. One of the things I also like in part 2, or I guess around that, was the fact that we're actually seeing a bit more of the main pets like in depth. I think it actually. I mean, it involves them being like concerned that LPS is like getting like shut down, and they're depending on Blythe to help them find a way to get it open still for business, and it shows Russell that he's actually like he can be skillful with like leading with wanting to find the plan to keep it up with that. And I guess that also like that also does apply to how like I guess I will admit though also that Zoe even actually like eavesdrop with like seeing how Blythe and Mrs. T were like discussing about maybe do your own fashion show so that it'll get more like more customers invested with like what they're selling at LPS for that matter. So and yeah, so it this is where I actually see a bit more in depth with the main pets than when it was a part 1. So that's like, yeah.
Can I add on to that with Russell?
Yeah.
Sure.
I like to add a song. Russell, he can really move. Russell, he's got an
Ah,
ass.
yeah.
What did,
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I remember that.
what did I say about singing in reviews?
Well, I mean, Russell actually did the sort of spin drive, like when he actually like saved the fashion show by not preventing like all those like stuff that basically actually were trying to pour into like, and then made the biscuits defeated for that matter. So yeah.
Let me correct you on that one, Clay. It's actually the spin dash.
I was saying spin dash, yeah, spin, yeah.
Fashion show is definitely positive. I love seeing those outfits.
Yep,
They're just adorable. They're great. It really, really matches their personalities.
definitely.
Well, at least most of them do.
Well,
Sunil's, I kind of am debating on whether or not it matches his personality, but really, everyone else's matches great. I just love the Vinnie Jackson.
yeah, that's one of my
That was
favorites.
Oh my
good.
gosh!
Vinnie
And then
Jackson,
the
I
girl
love that.
faints.
Yeah, it's like, oh.
That was actually
so
Rocky. That was actually Rocky Undercover's in the crowd.
Oh,
She
good
fainted.
lord.
Are you sure that wasn't James?
But I will. Can I add a positive?
Sure.
Again?
Well, it's actually 2. Let's first start out with Zoe and having her awesome fashion poses.
Yeah.
And finally, the biscuits getting comeuppance for pretty
Getting
much.
their comeuppance.
Yep, pretty much just getting pretty much just karma to them.
If I may say, their whole plan to humiliate Blythe is kind of giving me that whole Carrie feel to it, of them just
Mariah
dumping stuff
Carey?
on her. No. Again, I'm saying the old '70s horror movie Carrie by Stephen King. You know, just dumping stuff on the girl on stage just to humiliate her in front of everyone.
Oh, I only watched the 2013 movie.
You failed.
This kid's getting embarrassed. So
Yeah.
satisfying.
Yeah, so if they were going for a Carrie reference, I think they did it very well because hey, the antagonists got what they deserved.
Yep.
So,
Ha.
My other positive I like to add also was that near the end, actually, like when Blythe actually is more comfortable with the fact that oh, maybe this talking ability is actually not so bad after all. It shows that she's actually been fine talking with the main pets near the end, and then we have this guy with the beagle dog. I think that's what it is, yeah. And he says like, "Hey, are you actually talking to your pets literally?" And then Blythe actually tries to like lie, but she says like, "Well, yes I am. Don't you talk to your pets?" And then he says, "All the time." Well, just in the sense that everyone like in the world actually does their baby talk to the pets because in reality they don't exchange like human talking. But then, and when he does his baby talking to the dog, he actually is a bit confused and thinks that's awkward. He just says, "Wait," he's like, "Why the baby talk? I'm only 27 years old." Yeah. Yeah.
No, 47. He said 47.
I thought you said 27.
It is 27.
Yeah, it's 27.
Yeah.
So I guess
Anyone else
we're
got
going
any
negatives.
positives?
I guess besides seeing young me, Sue, and Jasper for the first time, and them hitting it off as friends, I guess it's all the positives I have.
Any
I think there's actually one thing we forgot about was that there's a creepy fantasy that I thought was used like in the middle or wait maybe that was back in part 1. It was when the pets are like heading back to LPS and all of a sudden like Mrs. Twomey turns into like the biscuits and then it just like the LPS like I guess the backdrop turns into LAPS and then that was like their like own creepy fantasy of what it would be like if they're like stuck in LAPS if LPS closed down like out here, yeah.
Evil Twombly.
That one was a bit creepy, actually.
It's like, really? It's like, suckers! Wow.
Oh,
Now it's time to bring in the negatives.
None for me.
I guess I'll start off with the first negative.
Okay.
It's about the Biscuit Twins. Like, at first, the Biscuit Twins seem unnecessarily antagonistic towards Blythe. Like, they both tried to make Blythe their friend twice to get her into their clique, but Blythe refuses their offer twice. So, as the episode progresses, they both have pretty legitimate reasons to be mad at Blythe. So, I guess I would say that because Blythe didn't accept their offer either times, that Biscuits decided if she's not a friend, she's our enemy.
Yeah, and adding on to that, I mean, I actually do agree with your thoughts about the Biscuits. I mean, because when they actually first appeared, when I first saw it, I just find them like a bit just big minis and tiring. I mean, they're probably portrayed that way just to get the kids associate with like which one is the good guy and which one's the bad guy from the start, because it's like the fact that the Biscuits like don't learn anything is like, oh, well, they're still mean, but hopefully Blythe was every day. I guess that's like from the kid's perspective, but I don't know. But
can I add on to something?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Let's play good guys and bad guys. You're the bad guy. Remember, you just run away. So, shall we begin?
Okay.
I had to throw in a Majora's Mask reference.
Of course you did.
Negative though was that it's a bit minor, but Roger actually sort of acts a bit Flanderish at the start, but I'm sure like there were actually some of the complaints I actually heard about Roger was that he was a bit Flanderish when he acts like oh yeah, I'm the embarrassing dad cliche, like, and Blythe just like, ugh, why does dad always act crazy with dad? So I mean, it is like in the beginning, and he'll eventually become a bit more in depth later on. So, and another negative I actually get was the fact that Blythe's friends were kind of introduced okay, but I mean, pretty much like the fact Jasper was sort of like starting out as a jerk type, and then around the time before Young Me ever actually stand out, she was part of with Young Me and Sue as the typical Disney sitcom characters, we're your new friends from school, new person, yeah. What matters is that pretty much it's actually I guess apparently I know, especially with all those all the tropes that were introduced, so it's of a minor minor negative from that point on. So
no, bad play. Go in the corner and think about what you just said on that.
Really bad, Craig.
Oh well, I was just referring to just her friends that when they started out, the fact that they're just typical Disney sitcom characters.
Bad boy, bad Clay, bad.
Anyway, so for me, overall, this was a very good episode to begin the series. The intro was great. The song was great. The characters were great. We got great character development, kind of, in this episode. It continues to grow more by. Alright, my final score is 9.5 out of 10.
I'll have what Simulation ID is having and say that my score will be a 9.5 out of 10.
And for me, I think this was a really great start to the series in general. I saw it on release day. It was great to watch. I saw both episodes before I left for a marching band performance. Zoe was great as always because I got introduced to her the month before, and this episode just started a train with everyone. So I mean, even though I said that, this episode is not as good as other episodes. So I would give this honestly a 6.5 out of 10.
I hate you, Snake.
Well, let me explain what I meant about the negatives, first beforehand. I mean, because I actually never got into this show just from that start point on, and I also did see that the pilot episodes were just a bit well, I mean the thing is that with every show that has a pilot episode, it sometimes it can work, sometimes it doesn't, but it's just finding the middle ground what it's going to be telling about. So perhaps even if I mention what the negatives I was mentioning, it's pretty much, it's just still a sort of first step to just to show off what the next episode is like. Eventually will become grander and more exploring. So overall, I mean, the first episodes were pretty decent. I mean, like I said, when I first saw it, I thought it was mad for the way they introduced the main pets through the song and Blythe, with the challenges of the typical girl into fashion that boys may find not into it. But not to mention that the Biscuit twins, mean personalities, we've seen many times before or have ever done well. But later on, I think it's alright for trying to put in effort on the characters and introducing the themes and character traits to be explored later on. I don't mind the song as much, but I've heard better songs suited for the pets at least. When you come down to it, the first episodes are just setting the grounds to where it's going to showcase the future episodes that are just meant to be entertaining. It's a nice intro to the overall tone to one of my favorite animated series, and it's not bad of a pilot, so that's just put it right there. So my final score for part 1 is 7.5, and part 2 would be 8 out of 10. Mm-hmm.
Overall, for a pilot, I believe that this episode actually did pretty okay. It introduced us to the characters, to the good guys, the bad guys. I mean, the Biscuits being the antagonist, Blythe, friends, Twomley, everybody else. But it didn't do anything too lame for the beginning, and it was surprisingly well done. Especially for my expectations when I was first watching it. It actually really did a good job. See, the Littlest Pet Shop Pets is not my favorite song of season 1. There's still like 5 or 6 better, but it's still a good song and it's still a good way to introduce the character. However, with Russell, it kind of comes off that he's a gimmick or is to be impatient. But of course, we know that's not true. Now, with the biscuits being the negatives here for everyone else, they're not negatives for myself because I can really understand them, what they're thinking and exactly what their mindset is. It's actually pretty obvious. I'll probably do a follow video on this because this will take about another 5 to 6 minutes. I don't want to make this too long. So I really liked everything. Everything was good. As a good pilot, you know, my rule is that no pilot will ever score a perfect 10 because that is virtually impossible because we need the characters to develop and to grow. So overall, I will give the first one a 9.5 out of 10 and the second one a 9.75. Very good startup and did surprisingly well. So, and just goes to show the rest of the show is going to do pretty good.
For this being the pilot episode to the series, yes, I may have seen better pilot episodes than other TV shows, but...
Can I say something for 1 minute? Power Rangers!
Okay, that's one of them.
Sorry, I had to be real bad.
Yeah, sweet. Yes, I may have seen like better pilots than other shows, but really for this show, the pilot is good enough. The pilot actually is not as bad as people may think it is. We get a nice feel for the pets and the humans. Maybe some a little bit more than others, and some really not really touched upon as much as I would have wanted them to be touched upon. But still, it's not like they're bad introductions. It still works.
Yeah.
And clearly that's what keeps me going back to the series to watch more episodes. The very first song number, hey, it's great. Not my favorite, although it is in my top 10 of best songs of season 1, but it's definitely not my favorite. But it's still good enough to get a feel for our pets. Blythe, not a Mary Sue, contrary to popular belief. She has flaws, and we'll find out about those later on in the series. Biscuits, hating Blythe just because they turn her down and they just seek attention. Yeah, perhaps maybe that's really, really, really weak for them to have that dying hatred, but I don't know. I guess it's something. Like you gotta create the antagonist somehow, and that's the way they got to do it here. So it's fine for me. Fashion show, just setting up for what will be greater fashions later on for the pets of the model. So you gotta start somewhere. Biscuits getting their comeuppance, awesome. Pretty much the episode, both parts, great. Just I've seen both parts like 30 times, so clearly I love it that much if I'm watching it that many times. So for my final score, I'm going to give it a solid 9 out of 10.
9.
Yes, a solid 9.
That is very solid. Alright guys, so in the very beginning, this is the second anniversary of LPS.
Woo, yeah.
It is second anniversary.
Oh,
Yeah.
finally.
The ride has been 2 years.
2 years.
And it's
And
Wow,
still
2 years.
going.
been a really good 2 years.
It felt so long ago that the series began.
I know. I was still
Right.
in high school then.
Can I just throw something out there real quick?
Sure.
No.
This is my only thing for Julie and Tim. If you see this is for you. 4 more years. 4 more years. 4 more years.
They're Canadian. They don't count in the situation for U.S. presidency.
It could be for how long the show runs. They have enough ideas that it could work very.
I would happily take 7 more. I'd happily take 7 seasons.
Dude, like all day, every day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, 7th season actually would be a good run, or at most, but yeah.
5 would actually be a good run too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's just go to outros at this point.
Alright, guys. So, guys, Nish, not even.
Littlest Nintendo Shop.
ICanSnake.
Wignar's 28.
This is download.
That's not how I sound like, sure.
Well, then say your outro then.
Oh man, here it is. This is Downloads Bacon, the greatest member who's ever lived
Yeah.
and will ever.
No,
be
no,
around.
no. You wish
Yeah,
because
yeah.
no. See, you
Yeah,
wish
yeah.
because the greatest member is me, CC Trainor-Ling.
Get on with it. Yes, get on with it.
Yes, get on with it!
Oh, that didn't even span for 10 seconds. All right.
You're told.
Anyway, and this is the League of Petshoppers signing off. We will see you guys soon. Adios.
Take care,
Yeah.
everyone.
Peace out, home
Later.
slices.
Stay classy.
Also, Pet Shoppers, if you are a Sonic fan, the new show Sonic Boom has come out, and it's pretty good. I'd give my bacon recommendation to check it out. And if you're not a Sonic fan, still check it out. It's actually not too bad. And also, we might have just 2 more months till new LPS, so just keep counting those days. So thanks, and thanks again.